Hi, Russell here with LicenseEngine.com. I'm going to show you how to protect a theme with License Engine. I have a theme a customer sent over this morning called the Musician's Theme, and we're going to protect that. First thing I'm going to do is click through a little bit to get familiar with the theme and see what kind of screens we have here. We have a quick one-click install screen that seems very important and a dashboard screen. So I want to see if I can hijack this screen. So I'm going to inspect the logo element here. And I see that that's in a class called Theme Logo. So I'm going to go over to my editor and do a search for that text. And I find that is in a style.css and a framework view file called framework_header. Sounds like the right place. So I'm going to come up here and do an PHP open tag, exit, and close. And we'll see if we're actually able to hijack that. And yes, we can hijack that page by doing an exit there. So I'm going to just make myself a note. Add License Engine magic. Okay, so that's where we're going to put our little magic to put the License Engine login panel. Now I also want to look for a file that I can do an include in, and I found earlier that the theme_config file is actually called every time this theme runs. So I'm going to include a file here that doesn't exist yet. We're going to include once init.php. Now I'm doing some pseudocode here. You may want to make that name a little less obvious, but we're going to call it init here. And we're going to come into this directory and we're going to create a class called init. Okay, and then we're going to go back over to License Engine and we're going to go to our software page, click the edit button. You'll see a blue Get Code button. Click that button. That's going to generate your updates code. We don't need that yet. We come down to our license code, and we're going to copy this code block here. Go ahead and copy the full block. We'll have to make some changes because of the way this theme works, but I'll show you those in just a second. Okay, and then we're going to come back to License Engine and go to our products page and get our product ID. This is a step I forget sometimes, so make sure you change this placeholder where it says your_product ID with your actual product ID. Okay, now we are on a page called admin.php. Normally this would be the options.php page. So since this theme works a little bit differently, we're going to have to make a couple of changes to the actual form itself. We're going to remove this action for options.php and leave it blank so we post back to the page that we're on. And then we're going to change the name of this name field to just be license key. Okay, that's going to require a statement here to catch the post. And you're going to want to check for that array key to exist, but I'm doing some pseudocode here just to get this done for the video. We're going to make options a new array, the value license_key, hash rocket to _post, license key. And we're going to send that into our function called plugin maintenance. Okay, and that's the only changes we have to make to this code. So that should get you everything that you need. So now if we come to the framework header, and instead of our add magic, we're going to say, I'm going to call it a variable named thing. Don't call this license, don't call it key, don't call it license code. Name these variables something that's not going to be real obvious. Thing is probably not the most creative name, but we're going to go with that. New init. we're going to say thing. We're going to call a startup function within that class. And that should be all that we need to do to generate our License Engine login panel. So if we come back to our theme and click refresh, we should be presented with the login panel, and we are. Now we can go back to License Engine and get a license key. I've already generated a license key for this particular theme. So we're going to copy that. We're going to come back and hit paste it and click save. And that unlocks our theme. So that's all that's necessary. That's only going to need to be done one time by the end user. And one thing I'm going to show you in the code is we do ask that you only call License Engine once every 24 hours. So what we're doing here is we have a timestamp. If that timestamp is greater than 24 hours, we're going to call License Engine. If not, we're just going to let the customer continue using the software. So only call License Engine once every 24 hours. We do have the right to throttle you and even deny your request if you're calling us more than that. So please be kind and call us once every 24 hours to check your status, save your license key somewhere in your database or your options. If you have any questions, hit us up at support.licenseengine.com, or you can come to our site, licenseengine.com, and click the help icon on the right-hand screen and chat with me right there. If you have any questions, again, chat with us or support.licenseengine.com. Thanks and have a great day.